Hello everyone, this is your Saturday evening KRQE.com webcast. Here's Ian Schwartz with a quick look at the forecast.
Thanks, Tim. We've had some isolated storms mainly in the central, northwest, and northeastern part of the state. Some of these cranking out some hail, especially around the Espanola area. We'll continue with those into the evening hours. As we get into Sunday, though, pretty much round two. High pressure isn't going anywhere, and it continues to pump in moisture that's helping us fire off storms mainly in the mountains, but a lot of them are drifting over into valley locations. So we'll expect isolated to scattered activity for Sunday, and then as we get into Independence Day, the 4th of July, we will continue with a similar pattern favoring the region you see in green for isolated to scattered thunderstorm activity. As we look at the Albuquerque 7-day forecast, hanging on to those storm chances. Please be careful. We could see some lightning with these storms for Independence Day. I know a lot of people will be out and about, and then another round of possible storms toward the end of the week. Tim?
Thank you, Ian. The biggest fire in state history keeps getting bigger. Fire officials now report the Las Conchas fire at more than 113,000 acres, 9,000 acres larger than it was yesterday. The northern part of the fire is most active, with flames on the northwest headed toward Coyote and flames on the northeast headed toward Old Burn areas that currently stand between the massive blaze and Abiquiu. There was a small and bizarre scare today around noon on Los Alamos National Lab property.
Dispatch a couple of units from Station 3 for what appears to be a wildland fire.
A small fire less than an acre in size was started near these transformers at the lab. We were not allowed on Lano property, so this is a very distant look at where the fire was. If you look closely at the middle of your screen, you can see water being dropped on the fire. The fire was not started by the Las Conchas blaze. It was started by a squirrel. The Los Alamos fire chief says a squirrel climbed one of the power poles, was electrocuted, fell to the ground, and then started the fire. Firefighters are confident the Las Conchas fire's flames will not make its way into the town of Los Alamos, but a lot of work has to be done before residents are allowed back in. The police chief says they're still working out the logistics on how to get all 12,000 people back home safely. One of the biggest pieces to the puzzle is getting the hospital ready. It's been closed for nearly 5 days, and the hospital can't just open its doors. The whole place has to be cleaned from top to bottom. On top of that, equipment and supplies have to be checked, and then you have to bring back all the doctors, nurses, and staff. Today, more than 70 people from a cleaning crew joined the efforts to get the hospital in tip-top shape. Officials are also trying to make sure essential services are up and ready to go. Then there is the task of actually getting 12,000 people back to their homes safely. The chief said today they plan to have medical personnel along the route, as well as people giving information, and that people should be prepared to sit in traffic. Stay with KRQE for more news and weather updates. I'm Tim Maesta. Thanks for logging on.